Great, thank you, Madam Chair. Members, I'm here to present SB 1225. California is home to over 300,000 teachers who work tirelessly to prepare our students for the ever-evolving 21st century. Unfortunately, over the last decade, there has been a 70% reduction in the number of individuals preparing to become teachers in our state. In 2015, 22,000 new credentialed teachers were needed, but only 15,000 were acquired. SB 1225 helps to address the teacher shortage in California by establishing a teacher bill of rights to ensure California's teachers are provided an environment to deliver the optimal education learning experience to our students. Specifically, this bill establishes a teacher bill of rights that encompasses 10 rights, and it requires that the principal post these rights in the common areas like administrative offices, teachers' lounge, maybe each classroom. Just to go over these 10 rights briefly, Madam Chair. First is to establish a healthy school environment. A principal, second is a principal as a master teacher to help lead and prepare our teachers to have access to basic school supplies as a sufficient number of books and technology, have the ability to provide input on curriculum, freedom to teach what is best for students, including the use of realia, adequate class sizes that allow teachers time to focus on every pupil, competitive salaries and benefits, access to quality professional development opportunities, evaluations that are fair, balanced, and accurate, and strict adherence to due process when being disciplined by a principal or the school district. These rights are cross-referenced in current statute. So, Madam Chair, that's the brief synopsis of my bill, and respectfully ask for our vote. And we do have witnesses in support.
Okay, in support of the bill, please.
Matthew Kogan. Thank you, Senator Liu and members of the committee. There is a teacher shortage now, and it's looming to be greater. And the bottom line is, if we want to have enough teachers, we have to have people who want to be teachers. And we need to, if people don't want to be teachers, we won't be able to attract the best teachers, and we won't be able to keep the best teachers. And this is a great idea because it shows respect for teachers. And that's why I think it's related to the teacher shortage. Teachers, I hate to say, often do not feel respected. They do not feel included, as we have teacher included in curriculum. I know now we're fighting for that. In adult education, we feel excluded from that, even though we're the practitioners. Discussion of class size. As I said in comments earlier, you can test all you want, but teaching reading is between two human beings. And if a student only has a minute, an hour with a teacher, we're going to go nowhere. With the testing, we'll be going in the wrong direction forever. Competitive salaries and benefits. It's a hard job. It's a rewarding job, but it's not paid particularly well. So I think stating that it has to be competitive pay and benefits is important. Access to professional development, of course. It's a profession, and teachers need to meet with their colleagues to talk about best practices to do the best. And as far as educators need a fair and balanced and accurate assessment and strict adherence to due process, I think that's quite important. I think we had a problem in our district. I think teachers honestly worked in fear in Los Angeles Unified School District. They were often put in teacher jail and not told why. If you can imagine teaching under those circumstances and having a poor relationship with your principal, you went to work every day in fear. That just isn't going to lead to enough teachers. It's not going to make happy teachers. And I think, as Senator Huff commented very accurately, not all teachers are great teachers. And I think that's true of every profession and every workplace. But if we don't have people who want to be teachers, who are attracted to teaching, that's going to be harder and harder to achieve. And all teachers ask, they don't want an environment where they have a job for life or every bad teacher is protected. They want a fair system, just as everyone else does, and they want due process that it work out fairly for them, and they don't have to be afraid. So this, I think this bill, as I said, is just something that doesn't cost money, but it's a sign of respect It's a great list that to be talked about not only statewide, but locally too. Thank you.
Madam Chair and Senators, Seth Bramble here on behalf of the California Teachers Association in support of Senate Bill 1225. We've been talking some about the teacher shortage, and I think the question why. Why are college students not choosing to enter the teaching profession? Certainly teachers are underpaid and unappreciated. I heard, Madam Chair, in a informational hearing we had earlier this year, you mentioned teaching as a calling. And who will answer the call, an important question. But I do think that an important tool that we can use to combat the teacher crisis is this kind of teacher bill of rights where teachers will feel valued, and absolutely all teachers should have access to a working environment that's safe, right? That's a healthy environment. When we talk about having a classroom you can manage, you know, a number of kids allows you to spend the time with kids that's going to really help them thrive. So we really appreciate the Senator bringing this forward, and we urge your support.
Thank you very much. Any others in support of the bill?
Good morning, Ron Rapp from the California Federation of Teachers. We don't have a formal position yet because it was amended on the 6th, but I will be taking a recommendation to our Executive Council at the end of the month for a support position. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any opposition to the bill? Did we have opposition?
Madam Chair, members, Carlos Machado with California School Board Association. We're not opposed to the bill. Because it was recently amended, we don't have an official position. However, we did want to bring to the committee's attention that our members do have concerns with the measure, with a number of provisions in it, and we will be taking to our next committee meeting for a position, but wanted to bring it to your attention.
Okay. Thank you very much. Any others who have concerns or opposition? Are there any comments, questions from members?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I have to say, I'll vote for this bill. I'm concerned about the teacher shortage, and I'm concerned about how we treat our teachers and how we pay our teachers and how we respect our teachers. In all due respect, I don't think this bill is going to make a difference, but what the heck. I'll even move it.
Thank you. Thank you. With that, right. Thank you, Senator Mendoza. Would you like to close?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just to reiterate, or just to kind of close, first of all, thank you again for allowing me to present it. For me, it's when I thought about this bill, I thought of why teachers are having a hard time not only being attracted to the profession, but keeping them in the profession. A lot of people are leaving early. And I just think this is a step in the right direction in ensuring that we put in writing exactly how we feel teachers should be respected and how should be treated in the classroom. So with that, Madam Chair, respectfully ask for aye vote.
Okay, all right. The bill has been moved. Let's call the roll.
This is item number 6, SB 1225, due pass to appropriations. Liu?
Aye.
Liu, aye. Block? Hancock?
Aye.
Hancock, aye. Huff? Huff, no. Leyva? Leyva, aye. Mendoza?
Aye.
Mendoza, aye. Monning? Monning, aye. Pan? Fidak? That's 5-1.
You have 5 votes. We'll leave the roll open for our absent members. And then you have one more bill, item 9, teacher grants.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Members, again, I'm presenting SB 1381, and I will begin by accepting the suggested amendments on page 5 of the analysis. SB 1381 helps address the teacher shortage crisis in California by establishing a financial grant program under the California Department of Education to incentivize and retain full-time credentialed public school teachers. As you know, the teacher crisis in California is real, and if we don't start recruiting and having high-quality, full-time, fully prepared teachers, well, they will not have enough to fill the needs in the coming future, in the coming years, as more teachers are beginning to retire. Just to kind of talk a little bit about how this grant will work, we're suggesting that the first year of teaching will start at $1,000 the first couple of years. The third year, $2,500, and the fifth year to be a $5,000 grant, $5,000 grant across the board for all teachers.
Is this a continuous appropriation?
Yes.
As long as you're teaching?
Yes.
And the reason for it is?
Well, I do feel that the teachers in California are not paid sufficiently. I do think that they do pay a lot of out-of-pocket, they have a lot of out-of-pocket expenses throughout the school year. I do think that in order for us to compete at the academic level, in the sense that a person with the same educational attainability can go to almost any profession and come into teaching and actually providing them a higher pay, maybe a little bit more competitive to that of other careers, would help to draw people into teaching and also keep teachers, as many teachers are leaving the profession earlier.
Okay. In support of the bill, please.
Hello, Madam Chairman, members of the committee. My name is Ray Burnell. I'm with the California Catholic Conference. I would like to thank Senator Mendoza for introducing this bill. Although we haven't taken a formal position on the bill, we are strongly supportive of the intent of the bill to attract and to hold on and to empower great teachers who are well prepared and well qualified. However, we do have some concerns about the tremendous cost of this bill. And we think as a matter of policy that it could be focused better and targeted better and actually reduce the costs. If we were to focus on those who are most in need, those who are at the early stages of their careers, new teachers who are at the lowest salary scales, who are the most at risk at leaving, if we could focus on them, we could provide a greater incentive to them, a greater support for them, and at the same time scale back some of the cost. So we'll be taking a formal position shortly.
Thank you very much. In support of the bill.
Matthew Kogan, United Teachers, Los Angeles. Teachers are special. They do a job that's very difficult. It takes tremendous, tremendous patience at times. But they're not that different. I mean, we need to attract teachers. I don't know, there's another profession where people, I hear perpetually fantasize about attracting people that don't involve salary. And to the earlier speaker, I think if usually people, as life goes on, don't want to see a break in their pay. So I think this is a great idea. I think action needs to be taken. If you want to, I spent the morning listening about reading scores. Reading scores will not go up until there is more time between a child and a teacher. You will not have enough teachers if you don't act on this shortage. I think this is a very straightforward approach to helping that problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Others in support of the bill?
Madam Chair, Ron Rapp on behalf of the California Federation of Teachers. We are in support of 1381. All of you are well aware of the teacher shortage that we're facing. It's due to both recruitment and retention. We believe that this bill will help to address the retention issues, and that's why we're in support. Isabel from CTA asked me to speak for her. She had to go to a committee. She said they have not taken a formal position yet, but they do believe that this could address the retention issue. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anyone in opposition to the bill? Seeing none, are there any questions from members? Senator Moning.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Again, in the spirit of fairness, I asked Senator Block on his bill what the price tag is. Again, I know this isn't appropriations, just curious what a ballpark figure might be to implement this.
I believe that once it's been fully implemented in the fifth year, it should be run about $1.4 billion.
1.4 billion, and that would be a recurring annual cost. And I do see in the amendments, which I think you accepted, this would not affect the Prop 98 guarantee in terms of how that's calculated.
Right, so it would never, it could always be canceled if there's the governor, the council did not have it, and it will never affect Prop 98, it'll be outside of Prop 98.
But the bill doesn't say it could be canceled with economic.
Oh, no, the bill doesn't, but the legislature, the governor could choose not to put it in the budget. They could choose not to have it in the budget. Because this is outside of 98. Once it goes into 98, it stays in 98, so we want it outside of 98.
So it's a continuous appropriation.
Yes, but it's not part of Prop 98, and the governor or the legislature could actually not have it in the budget.
It's general fund.
Right.
And could I just ask,
The appropriation would have to be in the budget for the bill.
sounds like California Federation of Teachers is in support. CTA hasn't taken a position. Is there any potential adverse consequence in bargaining, collective bargaining, in terms of this schedule applying to some teachers and
Not other.
maybe reducing the amount available to spread across to teachers and classified employees at the bargaining table?
We haven't talked about all the other different professions that are in education that can benefit from an increase in salary. We were just focusing in on the actual teacher shortage in the classrooms that we're facing right now.
Looking at it the other way, could there be an adverse impact in other classifications based on a school district having a requirement that these bonuses be offered as part of their budget? Or is this separate and apart from that?
I believe this is separate and apart from their regular ongoing budget as a school district or as a state for them. For Prop 98, this is separate from 98. So I think if it ever comes to a point where you can't have it, or they want to allocate more money towards other needs as a school district, that's still part of the LCFF where they can.
And again, I think some of my questions go beyond the purview of this committee, so I'll stop there.
Appropriations?
You are accepting the amendments, so I'm inclined to support today and wish you luck in appropriations.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
Senator Huff, you have a question?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Senator, is there anything in here that would have any requirement of quality? It's just a matter of time they spend and they get past some threshold, then they're going to get a bonus or
Yes, I didn't put it as a, you're right, it's just a straight bonus for teachers who are coming into the profession and teachers who are here that might be thinking about leaving early. We're trying to keep them here.
It seems to me like that is a part of collective bargaining, and certainly I supported the LCFF, and a lot of money is moving to the higher poverty schools, and presumably they have a harder time recruiting quality and retaining quality teachers, so I think there's more resources, at least that was the intent, for that to happen. Something I would be in favor of, I don't know how you fund it either, but is to have more of a robust, to have a teacher assessment and help train those that are underperforming, give bonuses to those that are hyper-performing, and help them mentor others, but in a way that you're not treating teachers as interchangeable widgets. Then I believe you're giving respect to the profession, you're respecting their performance, and you're going to be able to retain people. What in fact happened during the recession is that we have this quality blind approach that says the date of hire is the most important criteria about who educates our kids. And we let a whole generation of teachers go. We gave them pink slips or blue slips or whatever color they are because they didn't have the seniority. And now we're trying to get those same people back that have gone on to be high-performing employees in some other industry. And so until we fix the root problem, which is treating them all the same, I don't think we're going to get there. So while it's going to have a tough hurdle in appropriations, I'm just going to not support it at this point because that's all I can do. I'm not in appropriations. Thanks.
Any other questions
sir.
from members? Senator Videk?
Sir, what about the folks that are already put in their time and have already been teaching? Are they in this?
It would include them too.
What if I've been a teacher for 15 years? Do I get a $5,000
After 5 years, yes.
after five?
Yes.
After, so if I stayed at 20?
You'll start with the 1,000 and the 2,500 and then the 5,000, yes.
Moving
Forever.
forward.
Yes, yeah.
Bonus.
Because see, the thing, what we're having, and I remember from the hearing that we had here a few months ago, is teacher shortage. A lot of teachers actually are retiring early or leaving early. It's just they don't want to stay in the profession. So the bonus would actually help them maybe want to stay in the profession a little bit longer and hopefully mentor the new teachers that are coming in.
So you can even give a bonus to somebody who's got a negative evaluation?
This is not based on any kind of criteria or any kind of evaluation. It's not based on any of that, no.
Okay. Any other questions? Is there a motion on the bill? I'm sorry? Yeah, of course, I'm sorry. He's another question.
And forgive me for not knowing this exactly, but as we add another cost or a raise, which everybody wants a raise, I get that. Does that affect the retirement also? And so there'd be more of a, the cost would even be larger than what we're saying is just on the bonus side. Okay, so there's a whole nother cost there. Okay, thanks.
Senator Block.
Yeah, just to follow up on the question Madam Chair asked, which frankly I hadn't thought much about, but we've heard a lot in the last few years about a very, very, very tiny percentage of teachers, those who are abusive to students in the classroom, those who've committed acts that we all would find heinous. And we know that sometimes it takes a year or two to process those teachers and get them out of the profession, even the worst of the worst. So they would get the bonus during the time they're being processed?
This would apply for any credentialed teacher that's teaching in California. So yes, if they're in the classroom still teaching, yes. Sometimes they pull them out, so
So this only applies to teachers who are in the classroom, not credentialed teachers who maybe get moved out of the classroom?
As far as I remember correctly in the bill, it does say that they have to be in, their teacher of record in the class. So I would assume they have to be in the classroom, yes.
Okay, I'll have to take.
Yeah, so I'll look at that too, though, and I appreciate the comment. I'll look at that. But I think you have to be a teacher of record in the class when there's school years and starts and so forth. So yes, I would think, yeah. I'll check though.
Thank you very much. Okay, any other discussion from members? Is there a motion on the bill?
Move the bill.
The bill has been moved.
This is item number 9, SB 1381. Do pass as amended to appropriations. Lou? No. Lou, no. Block? Hancock? Huff? Huff, no. Leyva? Leyva, aye. Mendoza?
Aye.
Mendoza, aye. Monning? Monning, aye. Pan? Fidak? No. Fidak, no. That's 3-3.
3-3, we'll leave the roll open for our absent members. Thank you very much. Okay, members, let's go back and call the roll and be adjourned by noon. I'm sorry, yes. Yes, of course.
Thank you, Madam Chair. When we get to opening the roll on SB 1145, Senator Hueso's bill, I am going to go up on the bill, but I just wanted to make a statement on record that I would like the author to work on the bill. I think that in concept, it is great. We want to make sure our children are reading by age 3, or we do know that that does put them in a bad situation moving forward in their life. And I will support the bill today, but if amendments aren't made and there's no progress on the bill, I would probably not be able to support it in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I share those same concerns. Thank you, Senator Leyva.
Okay, all right, let's begin with consent. Items 1, 7, and 10. Call the absent members, please.
Okay, the vote is 6-0. Chair voting aye. Leyva? Aye. Leyva, aye. Mendoza? Aye. Mendoza, aye. Pan?
We're
We're still missing Pan.
Yeah, we'll have to keep the roll open for our absent member.
8-0.
It's 8-0. Item 2, SB 1072, Mendoza.
The vote is 7-0.
Call
And,
absent members.
yes, chair voting aye. Block? Block, aye. Pan? That's 8-0.
8-0, we'll keep that roll open. Item 3, Hueso, SB 1145. Call the absent members.
The motion was due pass to appropriations. The vote is 3-1. Chair voting no. Block? Leyva? Leyva, aye. Mendoza? Mendoza, aye. Monning? Pan? That's 5-1.
5-1, let's see, he already voted, so the bill is out, and the bill is out, right? Okay. Item 4, SB 1156.
The motion is due pass as amended to appropriations. The vote is 8-0, chair voting aye. Block? Block aye, that's 9-0.
9-0, the bill is out. Item 5, SB 1214.
The motion is due pass to appropriations. The vote is 7-1, chair voting aye. Mendoza? Mendoza, aye. That's 8-1.
8-1, that bill is out. Item 6, Mendoza, SB 1225.
The motion is due pass to appropriations. The vote is 5-1, chair voting aye. Block? Block aye. Pan? Vidak? No. Vidak, no. That's 6-2.
6-2, we'll leave the roll open for our absent member. Item 8, SB 1357.
The motion is due pass to appropriations. The vote is 5-1, chair voting aye. Leyva?
Aye.
Leyva, aye. Mendoza? Aye. Mendoza, aye. Pan? That's 7-1.
7-1, we'll leave the roll open. Item 9, SB 1381.
The motion is due pass as amended to appropriations. The vote is 3-3, chair voting aye. No, sorry. Chair voting no. Block? Hancock? Hancock, no. Pan? That's 3-4.
3-4, would you like reconsideration? Yes. Okay. All right. And that's it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll keep the roll open for Dr. Pan. Where is he? We'll be here until Dr. Pan comes back, if he wants to vote. Okay, thank you.
Another member, the staff let him know. That's all I've been told.
Okay. Well, we're going to close the roll.
Okay, let me give him one more call.
Then we'll close the roll at noon.
Okay.
Okay?
You can always fill your eyes.
So it was, okay, let's see if you want to add on. Item 1 was consent. I think you didn't vote for consent?
No.
Okay. Item 1, it's 1, 7, and 10, that's consent. Dr. Pan. Call the roll.
Pan?
Aye.
Pan, aye.
Okay, all the consent items are out. Item 2, SB 1072, Mendoza.
It's due pass to appropriations. The vote is 8-0, chair voting aye. Pan? Pan, aye. That's 9-0.
9-0, the bill is out. I think item 3 and 4 have been taken care of. Item 5?
Item 5 is SB 1214, due. Yeah, that's out.
Oh, that's out. Okay, I'm sorry, item 5 is out. Item 6, is it out?
No, I still have it.
Okay.
SB 1225, due pass to appropriations. The vote is 6-2, the chair voting aye. Pan? Aye. Pan, aye. That's 7-2.
7-2, the bill is out. Item 8, SB 1357.
The motion is due pass to appropriations. The vote is 7-1, chair voting aye. Pan? Aye. Pan, aye. 8-1.
8-1, that bill is out. Item 9, SB 1381.
The motion is due pass as amended to appropriations. Oh, reconsideration granted.
Oh, your vote, he didn't vote, but he needs to vote? You need to vote, okay.
The vote is,
Well, he cannot vote.
Yeah, he
the
cannot
vote is 3-4, chair voting no. Pan?
Not voting, okay, so that's been granted reconsideration.
Yes.
Okay, and that's it.
That's it.
Thank you very much, members.
Yes.
Let's